Former Deputy President Gachagua has blamed the President William Ruto's administration for using violence against innocent students from Butere Girls Secondary School over the drama festival play titled Echoes of War. Speaking during former President Mwai Kibaki's memorial service, Gachagua condemned the incident and wondered why the government will use such force on innocent children.
Failed intelligence system, that will not happen. So if a decision needed to be made that is a bad play and people should not see it, ingesimamishiwa huko mbali, because the officers on the ground every day, lakini watu wote wamelala, kila mtu anatafuta pesa. Hii serikali ni ya biashara. Watu ya intelligence wanatafuta biashara, watu ya polisi wanatafuta biashara, rais mwenyewe anatafuta biashara. Sasa these are things that would make Mwai Kibaki turn in his grave. So kuna shida kubwa, lakini Mungu anatusaidia. So Jacob Haji, we are forming a political party in May. Tutatangaza, we look for a way to work with the Democratic Party. We would like to be associated with Mwai Kibaki and what he achieved. Wacha ni introduce huyu Ketu Arugoro's mama.
The play has ignited a fierce debate over its theme that centers on a Gen Z uprising against an oppressive government. This is Basic Education Principal Secretary Julius Bituk toured Nakuru County today on the ongoing National Drama and Film Festival, a day after ugly scenes were witnessed when Butere Girls declined to perform their play Echoes of War because their play director Cleopas Malala was arrested and lobbed tear gas at the protesting students and said that the Ministry of Education is investigating the chaos.
We are going to engage all stakeholders with the aim of thoroughly reviewing the rules and regulations governing drama festivals around the country. We are going to listen to everybody so that we are able to review and refine the rules so that we don't leave any loophole in as far as the rules and regulations are concerned. Otherwise, say for yesterday's small incident, we are very happy, and all the learners, everybody is safe and secure in this place.
Pearl Newsbeat.
In other news, the Supreme Court of Kenya has reinstated a life sentence for defilement convict Evans Nyamari Ayako, overturning a Court of Appeal ruling that had reduced his sentence to 30 years. The ruling marks a significant legal victory for the Director of Public Prosecutions, who successfully challenged the appellate's court decision on constitutional and legal grounds. Ayako was first convicted in 2011 by the Senior Principal Magistrate Court in Ogembo following a trial in which the prosecution presented 6 witnesses. He was found guilty of defiling a child and sentenced to life imprisonment, the minimum punishment for the offence under Kenya's Sexual Offences Act. The conviction and sentence were later upheld by the High Court. However, in a surprising turn, the Court of Appeal reduced Ayako's sentence to 30 years, citing global legal trends. The judges argued that life imprisonment without the possibility of parole amounted to cruel and degrading punishment. They referenced jurisdictions such as Germany, Zimbabwe and South Africa, where parole is permitted even in life sentences cases. But the DPP took issue with the decision and escalated the matter to the Supreme Court. In its submissions, the prosecution accused the appellate court of going beyond its powers by modifying a sentence already cleared, prescribed by Parliament. The DPP further argued that the ruling had ignored binding precedent and called on the court to declare the decision par incuriam, a legal term for a judgment made in ignorance or disregard of the law. The Supreme Court agreed, affirming that life imprisonment is constitutional and valid under Kenyan law. The court also stressed that any change to such sentencing guidelines must come from Parliament, not the judiciary.
Pearl Newsbeat.
The Ministry of Defence has revealed that the tragic incident on April 18th last year, where former Chief of Defence Forces Francis Ogola and 9 other Kenya Defence Forces personnel died in a helicopter crash in Elgeyo Marakwet County, was caused by an engine malfunction. In a statement, the ministry revealed that the Bell Huey helicopter suffered a surge, which is consistent with witnesses' reports of a loud bang at the engine compartment. The aircraft then experienced a complete which was followed by a drop in the engine's revolution revolution per minute, and a change in engine's noise. An engine's RPM indicates the engine's speed and power output. The ministry assessed the entire mission from the team's departure from the Wilson Airport to Kainuk, Chesogon, before heading to the Kenya Defence Forces Recruits Training School in Eldoret, and established that the crew had performed the requisite checks before commencing the flight. Further, the government ruled out whether crew, coordination and pilots' experience as factors that could have caused the crash. The ministry asserted that both pilots were mission ready as outlined in the Flying Order Book standard operating procedures. While planning for the mission, the government revealed that the crew had sufficient time to conduct before flight checks by the first line personnel. The aircraft was also serviced for 24 hours from April 2nd to April 5th to adhere to the highest standards of flight safety.
Pearl Newsbeat.
In other news, the private hospitals have urged the government to release funds. The Rural Urban Private Hospital Association says they have not received funds despite President William Ruto's directive. This is what RUFA's CEO, Brian Lishinga, had to say.
For healthcare to be delivered in a meaningful manner, it has been clear over the course of the last 2 days that the financing available in the health sector is still very low. We still need to put in a lot more money if we have to achieve universal healthcare. We are hopeful as a sector that the new cabinet secretary, given his vast experience, will understand very well how to navigate the funding requirements that are there in the health sector. We are also, welcome the speed it's moved to gazette the NHS charging arrears verification, and we're hoping that this committee will get to work as soon as possible.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And the Nigerian authorities have banned broadcasters from playing the song Tell Your Papa, which criticizes the country's leader. Artist Idris Abdul Karim's lyrics slam President Bola Tinubu and urge his influential son Say to let his father know people are dying through hardship and insecurity, and there is hunger in the country. In a letter to TV and radio stations, the National Broadcast Commission (NBC), which issues licenses and regulates the industry, ordered the track not to be played, saying it violates the country's broadcast code. Released early in the week, the song has gained a lot of attention on social media in Nigeria and has sparked debate regarding the economic and security situation in the country.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.